Hi, Toria. Welcome to Nursing 504 Vulnerable Populations. You're absolutely correct as far as this being a tutorial, which really all that means is that you are the only student in this course so that you can complete this semester. So Nursing 504 Vulnerable Populations, I think you're really going to enjoy it. When you come to the site, remember this is Blackboard Ultra. I think that's cruel that we had to start Blackboard Ultra in your final semester, but we had no choice. Blackboard does no longer will allow the earlier version. So anyways, in the start here, when you click on, you'll have a little information about what is healthcare, health concerns of vulnerable populations about. Then you'll be able to access your syllabus, and this is a place for you to click on for the syllabus sign off. So I'm going to now get rid of that. And you do have a couple of assignments. Your first few assignments are viewable for you right now. I wouldn't really get too much into that yet. Let's start with the syllabus, signing off on the syllabus, and let's start with learning unit number 1. So for learning unit number 1, you're watching this video, and the learning objectives and topic is for learning unit number 1 is the following. You can read through this, but we are beginning to talk about what is vulnerability. Feeling vulnerable. Everyone feels vulnerable sometimes. But some groups of individuals, some groups are considered to be vulnerable populations. They are exposed to risk factors such as limited access to safe water, especially if we're talking globally, but we know we've experienced this in Detroit, Michigan. Housing, limited access to housing, nutritious foods, quality education, and healthcare. There are also risk factors such as tobacco, alcohol consumption, and violence in the home and or community. So those who lack resources, social status, social capital, and human capital are referred to as vulnerable pops. So during this unit, we're going to be introduced to the concepts. So these are more global terms, such as vulnerable populations, health disparity, health equity, and socioeconomic status. So you're going to select a vulnerable population, a group that you want to learn more about, and you're going to become an expert in that group in this course. So we're also going to start right out by reading the book Compassionomics, and I hope you've already purchased that. I know I've sent you an email or two to make sure that you had that book because we start right off with it. So you can see the learning outcomes, the activities, the assignments are, again, that you reviewed the course syllabus, so you have to do that syllabus sign off. You're going to read specific pages in the book Compassionomics, and I'll tell you in a minute what they are. And you're going to read other posted materials, including Chapter 1 of an ebook that I have given you access to, but it is free access through the library database, and we'll be reading certain chapters of that book throughout this course. You're going to complete your discussion board number 1, and please note as a tutorial, there isn't going to be anybody to reply to. So on the grading rubric, it talks about a section about listening. Obviously, you don't have that opportunity to listen to one of your peers, but you do have the opportunity to critically think. So the points associated with critical thinking will be doubled for you. And you can also note that you can always email me or ask a question on the discussion board that I would reply to. And you're going to select your vulnerable population, a population that you're focusing on throughout this course. And of course, contact me with any questions. So that's Unit 1. I've got the course syllabus here for you to click on. the syllabus sign-off, which is also, both of those are both found in the Start Here box, but I want to make sure that they're also connected with this first learning unit. Then let's start reading Compassionomics. I think you're really going to enjoy this book, Toria. I really do. And you're going to read the preface, and it's important to read these pages. So 3 through 9, the introduction, 9 or 11 through 15, and chapter 1, which is pages 1 to 27, about what the authors, Treziak and Mazzarelli, both physicians, see as the compassion crisis. Not only what they're seeing, but they base this full book on the evidence. So it's a great book, and I'm excited to use it for this course. Then here's chapter 1 of our ebook. I tell you how to access this full text, and it's, again, free. It's pretty easy if you read through the directions, but I've also, for chapter 1, for ease of getting started, I have included the PDF for chapter 1. So you're going to read that. You're going to select your vulnerable population. And what do I mean? This is a collaborative document. So you're going to sign up, just by writing your name in here, you can sign up for one of these populations that, again, you're going to develop expertise. If you already have expertise in a group, maybe you want to go on to a different group so that you're really learning through this. Maybe about the high-risk population of people who identify as LGBTQI+, maybe those who experience intimate partner violence, substance use disorders, and again, you can focus on a specific addiction, or you can go with the generalized term. Living with chronic illness and disability, you probably will want to focus on a specific illness, disability. Same with severe mental illness, and those living with obesity, limited English proficiency, high-risk moms and infants of concern, homelessness, immigrants or refugees. You can focus on one specific group because they are actually considered two separate groups with different definitions. So we are going to, if I can, close out of that document. Sorry, 1 second. So just sign up for one. This is very quick, but it's from the CDC, and it speaks to inclusive language. So, so persons living with a certain illness might be a better term. So I'll let you read through these groups, but it really is, it represents that ongoing shift toward non-stigmatizing language. So this is from the Centers for Disease and Control. And then your final is your discussion board once. So answer the following question, support that, of course, cite your sources, the readings of this week. Why is the question? Why? You know what? It's always easier when you click on to actually see what you need to do. Why is it important to have a course on vulnerable populations? Not just what you think, but based on the readings of this week. Why is it important to have a course on vulnerable populations, especially for nurse leaders? Again, there's no reply. Remember to cite your source, and this is where I just put in about the grading rubric. So I'm excited to be going through this course with you, Toria, and while we need to stick to some parameters as far as due dates and grading, etc., make sure that you're reaching out. I can often give you time, or just call me or whatever, and especially if there's any confusion or you're excited about a topic and just want to talk with another, I am here for you and looking forward to our special course to get you done this semester. So thanks, and have a great week.